welcome back to another episode of How to Fix Color inside of Photoshop. In past episodes, I've shown you a couple of different options on how to change colors or select colors. Whether it's been using a hue and saturation adjustment layer, or whether it's been using the color range tool to select a color, I've been pretty happy with the results thus far. But in this particular image, I've tried those past techniques and I've run into a bit of a challenge. Luckily for me and for you, I found a workaround for this, and I want to show you what that workaround is. I've already made some base adjustments to this photograph. This was the before image, and this is the after image. So it's definitely heading in the right direction, or at least the direction that I want it to go. But one of the problems that I'm having with this photograph is that the mountains, because of the severe stormy clouds and the color that was happening the day I took this photograph, there was a lot of color being cast onto the tops of those white capped mountains. And that's okay because that's naturally what was there. But I just want the whites of those mountain caps to just be a little bit whiter. Luckily for me, there's a technique or an adjustment layer that's often overlooked and works quite well to solve this problem. All we're going to do is head down to our adjustment layers and select Selective Color. It's the last one in our series of color options. And when this dialog box opens, I have a section here called Colors. And when I click on it, you'll notice that I have lots of different colors that I can actually change. I can go to a reg channel and I can move or manipulate what's happening with these colors. In other words, if I want the reds in this sky to be a little bit more vibrant, I can definitely pump those up. Or if I want to go to the blues in this picture and make some modifications to those to inject some color, I can definitely do that as well. You'll actually notice it happening more just above the mountaintops here. So if I pull this magenta down, the blues get really soft. If I pull them up, they get really purple. I also have a black slider contained in here too, which is basically me brightening or darkening down that particular color range. But I don't want to use any of these features. And actually the red wasn't too bad. I don't mind the reds getting pumped up just a little bit. But back to those mountaintops. If we go here into the colors once again, I can actually choose the whites. And when I choose the whites, I can manipulate what's happening with the color in those whites. If you're not really sure what cyan, magenta, or yellow is going to do, just take the sliders, move them back and forth, and you'll quickly see what's happening here. If I grab the magentas and move them back and forth, you can see those white caps changing in their color tones. In this case, they're becoming a little bit more yellow. I can go to cyan and move those back and forth too. And in this case, when I move cyan to the right, my mountains actually get much whiter. Let's just see what the yellows do. And again, I can kind of take some of those yellow tones out by moving yellows to the left. If I move it to the right, they get more yellow, and if I move them to the left, they get more white, which is exactly what I want. Then I can go to the blacks and decide how white do I want them to be. I can darken them or brighten them, just for a little punch. Now I haven't removed all the colors from the mountains. There's still a color cast going on there. But if I show you the before and after of this adjustment alone, there is a quite significant change to the white caps on these mountains. Here they're almost pinkish yellow. Now they've got more of that white pop. Before, after, before, after. That looks pretty awesome. So selective color is a really cool technique to add or change or modify any of the colors in your photograph. You go ahead and give it a try in one of your pictures. I'd love to hear in the comment section down below some of the results that you're getting. Ask us some questions if you're having some problems. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel where we'll have a lot more videos coming your way very soon. As always, thank you for your support. We'll see you in the next episode.